Hey guys, how's it going? It's Space Cowboy. Welcome back to the channel. Before we get into today's topic about Dak Prescott and Jon Kitna, I first need to address something. So, nothing ridiculous. Look, people have been trying to tell me, hey, for some reason, I'm not getting notified when you upload or when you go live. So, to help you guys out, and I know I've preached this, but just so you guys can understand, there's a bell by the subscribe button. If you click that bell, what it will do is it will ask you, do you want to enable notifications? Hit yes or enable, whatever, and what it will do is it will notify you when I upload a video, go live, etc. And the reason why that's important is because if you want to try and see what I'm putting out or enjoy my content, you got to make sure you subscribe and also hit the notification bell. Stupid shameless plug out of the way. It's not even a plug. It's just letting you guys know something that's an issue with some of my viewers. But so, just so you know, that's how you do it. Hit that notification bell, enable notifications. You're good. But with that being said, let's get straight into the topic. Jon Kitna, Dak Prescott. How is this a good hire, and what is this going to mean for Dak Prescott in 2019 and going forward? Now, for those that don't know, Jon Kitna is our new quarterbacks coach. He was hired sometime before the Pro Bowl, and he replaced Kellen Moore, who moved up to an offensive coordinator. Now, for those that don't know about Jon Kitna, I'm going to give you a little bit of a synopsis of his career and his importance to the Cowboys and what he's done. So, Jon Kitna, he spent 16 seasons in the NFL, and he started 124 games, okay? Jon Kitna, in terms of his college resume, he led Central Washington University to a NAIA National Championship in 95. He also won a World Bowl Championship, and he was named the MVP of the game. And he was an NFL Comeback Player of the Year in 2003 with the Bengals. Okay, Jon Kitna played for 4 franchises: the Bengals, Cowboys, Seahawks, and Lions. Okay, after his career was over, he spent 7 years coaching high school football, and I believe he was a quarterback coach for San Diego State, if I'm correct. And the reason why this is important is because not only has he had quarterback experience in college, and not saying Kellen Moore didn't have this, but he's had significant NFL experience, seeing a lot of things. Not only that, having a coaching experience over 7-8 years. And that is important because he has a ton of football knowledge that he can showcase to Dak Prescott. And Dak Prescott had something to say about this new relationship with him and Jon Kitna. He said the following: "It's much more than I could honestly ask for. Just in the first 2 days and the teaching lessons, he's going to push me. That's what I ask for. He's going to make me a better player, even when he's got me out there dead tired and I'm drenched. Bring it. Keep coming. I want more. That's how I've had success, and I know he'll lead me to it." Now, this is good because it shows that Dak Prescott is not comfortable with his skill set. He wants to be elite. He has that mindset to be the best he can be. And that's something that if the player doesn't have this mentality, then you can have Bill Belichick coaching Dak Prescott. And if Dak Prescott did not have that mentality or something of that likeness, Dak Prescott would not progress, or any player for that matter, okay? And that's the biggest thing. Dak Prescott has drive and initiative, and that's something that he needs, and Jon Kitna can help him out with that. Now, Jon Kitna actually complimented Dak Prescott in terms of his spirals, and he compared to that of Warren Moon. Now, I'm not saying that he's Warren Moon, but he has a likeness to that, and I think that Jon Kitna is looking at what Dak Prescott has at this moment and see how he can improve that. Jon Kitna has gone on record saying, hey, Dak has that mindset that he wants to be the best, and I'm going to do my best to bring that out in him. Now, I'm not trying to sit here and say Kellen Moore couldn't do that. It's just because with Kellen Moore, I feel is more of a total, like, okay, I can draw up plays guy rather than me teaching the mechanics of the quarterback position kind of guy. So, the funny thing about this is that Jon Kitna was originally supposed to be hired last year instead of Kellen Moore, and the funny part about it is that Scott Linehan was the guy that vetoed that hire. I don't know why. Maybe because he wanted to make sure his you know, non-related son in Kellen Moore was promoted to a position in the coaching staff. But all jokes aside, look, I think Jon Kitna was an excellent hire, and I think he's going to get the most out of Dak Prescott. You'd be surprised, okay? Listen, people need to understand that just because someone didn't have the greatest career in the NFL doesn't mean that they're going to suck as a coach or they don't have any meaningful experience. When you look at some players, right, most of the time, if the biggest thing when it comes to understanding a position is you going through the trials and tribulations of understanding the nuances, how to become better, and stuff like that. You always see, like, the backups or the lower tier guys become good coaches. I mean, Sean McVay, I don't even think played football professionally, yet he's a coach in his 30s, early 30s at that. Okay. Bill Belichick, he played football, but he didn't, play well professionally. I don't know if he played professionally. You could correct me if I'm wrong. The point I'm trying to get at is just because someone did not do well in their NFL career does not equate to them not having good experience, because everyone's different, guys. Just because someone doesn't know how to do one thing good doesn't mean he can't do something else good if it's somewhat related to that, right? Just because someone in retail doesn't know how to work a register doesn't mean that they can't be a good employee in terms of working with people, okay? I know this from experience as working in retail. Listen, I know people that work better with people than on a register and vice versa, okay? And the thing is that if you can learn from those experiences and help other people out, that is what's going to help you out as a coach or a manager or anybody, anywhere, okay? Now, as for Dak Prescott, what does Dak Prescott have to do to be better? Now, if you've known me, I have talked about Dak Prescott needing to work on 3 things. And I've harped on these 3 things. And I think that he can improve on these, okay? He already has the leadership. He has that, the drive to be good, okay? And he has the base skill set from when he came into the league, seeing what we saw, to start from. Those are good things to start from, okay? So Dak Prescott has the traits of a quarterback that you would need in this day and age of being a good leader and being able to get his team into the red zone, okay? Now, I'm not going to harp on Dak Prescott too much because I've already talked about him a lot in the sense of does he deserve his contract and stuff like that. That's not the topic. But looking at him as a mere quarterback, there are 3 things, like I said, he needs to work on. The biggest thing, footwork. There have been times where Dak Prescott has happy feet and it gets on my nerves. He's kind of done well with kind of limiting that this year, but especially his 2017 year, it was a bunch of it. But not trying to bash him, just saying that's what I saw. And if you do not have good footwork, your accuracy is gonna be horrible. Jon Kitna has preached on good footwork because it makes you a much better quarterback. That's number 1. Number 2, with Dak Prescott, is his deep ball accuracy. Now, let me be clear. Dak Prescott is an accurate quarterback. I'm not going to sit here and say that he sucks. What I mean by deep ball accuracy is that if he can, and I don't expect him to make every single perfect throw, but there were times where he overthrew Michael Gallup and overthrew a couple of his receivers. Now, keep in mind, every quarterback does that, so please understand that. But he can do better with that. I feel that if him getting better with ball placement, which he's done pretty good, if he can get a little bit better and his receivers can develop more chemistry, I think that Dak Prescott will do a whole lot better as a quarterback. And finally, decision making. Now, What I mean by decision making is not where to throw the ball, but know when to throw and know when to run. Dak Prescott, I'm not expecting him to run the ball every single time. But what I will say is Dak Prescott has these times where he's indecisive of what he wants to do, and it either results in a sack or a fumble or something like that. I hope that Dak Prescott, and as he grows, he will get a sense of awareness, because that's another thing. Pocket awareness is huge. I think that Dak Prescott, he needs to know either to throw the ball away, when to run, etc. There are times where, like, he waits, and then at the last minute he'll run. And I understand that every play is different. I'm not expecting him to be a perfect quarterback. I mean, I want him to be, but I don't expect that because not everyone is perfect, you understand? So, when looking at it in totality, I believe that Dak Prescott will benefit from Jon Kitna, and I think that this is a great hire. And going forward, I think this will help him out tremendously. What do you guys feel about Jon Kitna? Do you like the hire? Do you think he's going to help Dak, etc.? Leave that down in the comment section below. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, and I will be seeing you guys later. All right, guys. Peace out. Bye-bye.